Can you explain from a deep psycho, because this is a show, deep psychological reason of why women secretly dislike or even hate each other? My thoughts would be due to insecurity and jealousy. I would say more about jealousy than insecurity. Let's see if I can put this in a $10 super chat format. Okay. When men fight, we fight out here. We fight in the physical. We beat the fuck out of each other. And if you're not dead afterwards, we dust each other off and we go drink a beer together. Like fighting, like getting it out and busting chops and stuff like that. Sometimes that can lead to like better friend, even becoming a better friend, right? Women fight back here. Women fight in the psychological. Women hold grudges longer. Women do what's called stamp collecting longer. They say, "Oh, I remember when that bitch did this," and like they got a stamp collection, or they got the book of grudges, right? Like the Dwarven Book of Grudges. That's women. Like, here, on this day, this bitch did this. Right? You want to talk about memory? Women very rarely forgive or forget a slight. Even if it's just like putting a woman in a bad light. Women, one of the reasons why women don't like to be lied to by men is not because of the lie itself. It's because of that woman's ego. Because she does not want to seem like she's the kind of person who would believe your bullshit. It's an attack on the ego. It's not the actual lie that matters. It's the fact that you thought she was too stupid for her not to figure out that you're lying to her. And so it's all, you're talking about when I talk about solipsism, like women have this innate organic, like hindbrain, lizard brain, a subroutine of solipsism, which is the world revolves around them. That's not narcissism. That's not egoism. It's solipsism. Sometimes solipsism, by the way, is a feature and not a bug of female nature. We needed solipsistic women because it ensured that the baby stayed safe, the woman stayed safe, because women are the fragile, vulnerable sex. So women who could develop a innate sense of solipsism tended to survive longer than those that didn't. You want to know why why women suffer? Women are more prone to Stockholm syndrome. Why we have the war bride dynamic. Why women are more likely to fall in love with their captors is because of that solipsism. Solipsism is self-preservation for women. That can lead to some bad, atrocious, horrible things, ethical, unethical, immoral things, for sure. Absolutely. But it's a feature, not a bug. Solipsistic women went on to reproduce and create more solipsistic women. And by solipsism, it's like what I mean by that, not in sort of like the philosophical sense, but more the sense that she is the star of her own movie and everyone else is an extra. Maybe that, and I'm using that loosely here. So when women hate or dislike each other, usually it's because of intrasexual combat. And that sort of feeds into the jealousy notion right there. I won't even say jealousy. I would say it's more like envy. There's a difference between jealousy and envy, by the way. Jealousy is you're jealous over something you had and somebody got. Envy is over something that somebody else has and you don't have. So I think it sort of depends, but I think women are far more ruthless, and you want to talk about like long-term like psychological violence. Women got that in spades. They will remember everything. So when men, like I said, men fight in the physical, women fight in the psychological. So it's not so much, jealousy might certainly play a part in it. I don't necessarily think it's insecurity, although that could be part of it. But I think it's more the reason why women like hate one another is like they don't do well under like women would rather work for male bosses than female bosses. Statistically speaking, I mean, they by their own admission, because they're looking for somebody to sort of command them. The problem with women is that they tend to organize society in a communitarian way, in an egalitarian way. You want to know where the trophy or the participation trophy ideal generation came from? It comes from egalitarian, socialistic, communitarian, female way of thinking. Everybody gets a prize. Everybody should feel special. And if everybody is super, then no one is super. And women don't get that. That's from the Incredibles, right? Remember when was it Syndrome was like, then everybody will be super. Of course, he saves the best for himself, right? And then when everyone's super, no one will be. That's that. See, that no one will be part of that. And it sounds like menacing, right? But that no one will be, that's the part that women don't get. Everyone deserves to feel special. Everyone deserves respect. If everyone deserves respect, then its respect is worthless, because it has to have some sort of meaning. It has to have some sort of value. When men talk about respect, and again, these are gendered concepts, but when men view respect hierarchically, what have you done that makes you worthy of my respect? What have you achieved? How have you performed? Men's hierarchies are based on performance, the burden of performance. But if everybody deserves if everybody deserves respect, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're the CEO. It shouldn't matter that you're, make, millions of dollars a year or drive this expensive car or whatever, which is bullshit, of course. But women they'll fall in line with hierarchies very quickly. They understand hierarchies. They just think that the best way to organize society is in a much more like communitarian way. Well, wouldn't it be great if we all could just get along? Yeah, it'd be great, but that's not how fucking the world works. So when you're talking about why women hate each other, it's usually from within that communitarianism. Well, we're all supposed to get equal, except for that bitch over there, because that bitch is clearly going to outperform you. I brought this up on Access Vegas. What was it? When women see a woman who's in the red dress and the hoop earrings. It was when I was trying to explain hoop earrings to Jen, right? It's not a racist, sexist joke. It's actually science. It's Marty Hazelton, sexual ornamentation. Take it as you want, but maybe you should go talk to Pearl, Jen. She clearly has a better take on it than Rolo. Anyways, when I was talking about that, I said, when women see a clearly superior competitor, their first impulse is to disqualify that woman. So if you're women who are in a sort of a social, peer group, right, and they see another woman walk in and she's in high heels, she's got tits out to here, and she's got blonde hair, she's got hoop earrings and everything. What's the first thing women do is go, oh, only sluts wear that. Well, that only sluts, that's intrasexual competition. It's trying to disqualify her from the sexual marketplace. So that hate or that dislike is really born from wanting to disqualify a woman who outclasses them in the sexual marketplace. So what looks like hate might they might become best friends later on once they realize that this superior competitor is not maybe she's married, so she's already out of the sexual marketplace. She just looks fucking good. Because attention is the coin of the realm in girl world. So who's getting the most attention is the one who draws the most fire. And that's why, that's my lame way of saying this is why women hate each other. And that's more or less how it comes. It's intrasexual competition.